Hey there, guys, and what is up? Red Versa here, man. We are back with another video for Hiru no Sora. This episode was pretty much a continuation of last one. Not much changed in terms of, well, if you guys seen my if you haven't seen my last video, go check it out. But I'll break it down, I guess, a little bit more just in case you don't. But the whole team, Sinjo, I might have been calling him Sinju last time. Sorry if I was saying that, but it's Sinjo. Sinjo, the team they're currently, Kuzu is currently going against. They were they had pretty much a strategy, and that's basically when you're going against a team that's better than yours. Normally, that's what you're gonna have to do, is come up with some type of strategy to shut down what works best for them. And what worked best for them was having Chiaki. He pretty much was the guard, and he was like, just, the team like leader. He wasn't captain, but pretty much led offense and defense, and that was pretty much his thing. And he brought height to it. So when you bring height, you also have you're better defending, pretty much rebounding and things like that. So he kind of brought a lot of things to the team, and not having him really is detrimental. Now, their plan was to pretty much shut him down by giving him no options to pretty much pass to. Now, they worked their advantage a little bit, and they managed to get the lead from it. And after they gained the lead, Nayo, she called the timeout, and which was, when I was watching it, I felt like a timeout should have happened earlier. But I'm just gonna go and say I think they just really wanted to just set the stage up, I guess, a little bit more. So they just kind of made her not timeout. But knowing her, how smart she is, and me personally, if I was a coach, I think I would have called timeout way sooner, as soon as they even got within 2 points of us. Anyway, so the team captain came down the court, Kasumi. He came down, knocked down a three. And then he is, like I said, the best player on their team. And not even only that, he might be the best player on the court. Now, he's just one thing. He's one all around. He can do almost anything. I don't think there's anything he can't do, and I'm talking about on defense too. Just all around, well-rounded player. And on top of that, he's like 190 centimeters. You guys can do the conversion for that. It's probably pretty tall in Japan. Maybe not as drastic in America, but that is quite some height, I think. He is pretty much the do-it-all guy for their team. And then, they don't have just slackers on their team, but obviously if their team didn't have Katsumi, they would be probably obliterated by Kuzu team. So Sora is, they called timeout. They took the lead. Katsumi made a three. So they were pretty much like, Chucky, you're going to come out. Not only because, and this is another thing too, where they set the stages, they made him foul out. So this is, I guess, all part of the story, guys. Just to get to this point where we really get to see what the team will do without one of their best players, if not basically the best player on that team. Because they're all, well, I think Kai's probably the best player, but Kai's more offense, and I feel like Chucky can do it pretty much all. I don't think there's anything he really can't do besides shoot. I think that's about it. But not really too many on their team can shoot besides Sora and Kite, so it doesn't matter too much. And then like I said, we get to see that, and then Sora kind of led the way. Well, no, Chucky went to the bench. It's been a minute, by the way, guys, and I'm making this video extremely late. Like, the next episode comes out in 2 days, so I'm making this video extremely late. And I watched the video maybe 2-3 days ago. I'm just hoping my memory is still, I'm not missing anything important. So Chucky got sent to the bench. Nayo was like, Sora, are you gonna be able to do this? Because if we can't play without Chucky, which is gonna be a lot of times, maybe even just him getting injured, or a lot of times he may get in foul trouble similar to this game. And it's just times where he may not be able to play point guard, or even just times where they may just need him to be an offensive force. If you can't, play guard, then we're just not going to be able to win no matter what we do. That was just kind of her little spiel there. And then Sora was like, oh, without a doubt, I got this. And then basically, there was a reason Nail asked him that, was for two things: to motivate the team, and also I guess maybe even she was curious herself. So, like you said, Mokichi came in after that. So Mokichi came in, and there's a reason, guys, while we won't probably see it, we may see it maybe near the end of this game where they're gonna have like their full starting 5 in. Mokichi, Chucky, Momo, and Kite, and Sora. All 5 of those guys may be in there by the end of this game, but I think there's a reason that all 5 of them have not been in this game yet, and there's a reason, because their team right now would be just a little too overpowered. But yeah, so those guys in, and so what do we have here? So Mokichi came in. Who else came in? I forget his name. The orange hair guy. He came in for Yashaharu, and then that was it. They made that sub change. That was about like halfway through the episode. And then so before I get into this Mokichi, there was another team. I forgot the name. Like I said, I seen the episode a few days back. I forget the name, but if you've seen the very first picture, or no, it might not be the very first picture anymore. I might change that. But it's going to be a picture in this video somewhere where they are. It's kind of like Kuzu's team is wearing black shirts and the other team's wearing white, I think. And that's the team that came and sat down. Now, they're probably the best team or hardest team to beat. I think we've seen every other really team already, but we haven't seen this team. And I think that right there is going to be their biggest challenge or team to face. So when that team when we see that team, it's gonna be a real big showdown. I'll tell you that much. So, okay, now we're gonna get into Mokichi. Mokichi pretty much like came in, and I think I think he didn't do much to begin with, but when he got the ball and he did a hook shot, right? He did his hook shot, or sky hook, it's just a hook shot for him, but really it's like the sky hook. So the thing about the shot is, which I recognized too when the guy blocked it initially, I said that's probably a goaltend. But the thing about the shot is he releases it so high above the rim, right? That the shot just goes straight down to the rim. So you cannot block the shot because you just can't touch the ball on its way down. So that right there already makes that shot impossible to guard. Mainly because of the fact that it's already on the way down. So only thing you can do is try to guard the shot, and you can't touch it on the way down. So it's a pretty hard shot to stop. And so it's just about if he makes it or not, or if you're gonna let him get to that point where he can shoot it. So I think the best way to probably guard that would probably be just to put your hand right in front of his face where he can't see the rim. So that's your best shot of trying to guard that, which probably is going to happen too. But yeah, that's what I plan on happening. Kite hasn't been doing too much. Obviously, I think he's just been kind of shut down on defense. So yeah, that's the problem there. Sora, I don't think he's really been making his shot so far, and it's just a lot has been going wrong with them right now. So besides Chucky, so they couldn't even just score for like a while to begin with. So yeah, it was all going bad for them. This episode, I was really hoping they would turn around, and it just like, it feels like a lot of times, guys, that these episodes just drag on to just nothingness. So if you've ever seen what was this show, Kuroko no Basket, that show was so fast paced. You would get through games, it felt like they would just score endlessly, right? But like the score would be like 32 to like 31 or something, and it felt like they scored 100 times each team already. So it would just feel like so back and forth. Here you really notice like the score, like you really, it's slower pace, right? They weren't scoring back to back. They focused on more of the technical detail stuff, besides just like in Kuroko no Basket, it was more just everyone was good on offense, or everyone just had some insanely overpowered ability on offense, or something like that, and then that was about it. But here they really focus on defense, rebounding, and just all type of aspects of the game. So it's more realistic, obviously that's just straight up more realistic, and then it's also more just a slower pace. Just they just want more technical. They want you to see the full aspect of the game rather than just the best potential parts. So yeah, that's just why it felt real slow, and I just didn't like this episode just purely just felt like we should be right. We should be past halftime by now. They're like in the second quarter, I think, still. So we should be way past where we are right now. But you never know. My opinion is here. Sinjo's gonna probably get a bigger lead. And then Chucky's gonna come in, and they're gonna have their full starting five. And I think by that point they're gonna be ready to roll. And I think that's what's gonna happen soon. And I feel like it won't happen though until maybe the third. And I really hope we don't get to the fourth quarter, but potentially fourth quarter too. But if they struggle too much on this team, it won't be that good. But yeah, since the other team is watching, I'm curious to see. So Chucky sat on the bench as soon as the other team came in, right? So that kind of lets us know a little bit of two things. Maybe Chucky may not get to play this game, and maybe when they face that team, they won't know anything about Chucky. So that's one thing that that hopefully may happen, but not sure. But I feel like by the end of this, my prediction wise is that full team's gonna be in, and they're gonna just be rolling at that point. And but I feel like it's gonna get worse before it gets better in terms of the next episode. And even next episode, I don't even know if we're gonna see a finish to this game. This is already going into the this game has been going on for 3 episodes already, because at the end of the very first one, they started the game in like the last 3 minutes of the episode. So this game has been going on for this week. Actually, when the episode comes out on Wednesday, it will be the 4th episode. So it's a pretty drawn out game. So far we're just really seeing what the team really still has to work on, and I think it's a learning game more before anything else. This game right